So much media, so little time. Who keeps track of it all? That would be me. This is Bob Andelman, and this is a Mr. Media Interview, sponsored by 1-800-DialDJs.com and recorded live on Blog Talk Radio from the new media capital and hometown of Angela Bassett, St. Petersburg, Florida. Yeah, I think I could have said that better, don't you? Well, you know. Alison Brie is a supporting actress on 2 hit series, Community on NBC and Mad Men on AMC. Not bad for a young woman whose previous acting resume is still a little thin and includes performances in community theater shows at a Jewish community center in Southern California. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking those credits. It's a testament to how, when it's your time in Hollywood, the knocks on the door can come fast and furious. Her big break came in the first season of Mad Men, on which she plays Trudy Campbell, wife of ambitious silver spooner Pete Campbell. Pete hasn't quite figured out married life yet, from making babies to staying away from women who are not his wife, but that hasn't stopped Trudy from stealing most every scene she's in, including her final moment of Season 3. As for Community, Alison plays Annie, the baby-faced, sometimes raw community college student who is desperately trying to fit in with the show's band of oddball, somewhat older, and more experienced characters. Here's an audio clip from the recent Halloween episode, in which Annie begs Jeff Winger, played by Joel McHale, to attend her Dia de los Muertos party.
Are you coming to my Dia de los Muertos party?
I'm definitely going to try to swing by.
Oh, then I can mark you down as definitely being there from 7 sharp till upside down Spanish question mark?
Here's the thing.
No, here's the thing. I am putting my foot down, you understand? I am being assertive, and I am making eye contact, and it is achieving results.
Are you trying to get formidable with me?
I worked on Pierce.
Infomercials work on Pierce.
Jeff, you're the cool guy, okay? If you show up, it'll be the first party I host where everyone doesn't say they need to get home in time for the news.
This won't work. The last time you did this, I saved a vial of your tears and have been slowly building up an immunity.
I was so unpopular in high school, the crossing guard used to lure me into traffic. This party is a second chance to be hip, cool, laid back.
Look, I will come to your party.
Thank you. I'm putting you down for 2 bags of ice and a sleeve of paper cups.
The new NBC show took a few weeks to get its voice, but Community absolutely deserves the must-see TV tag, and is funny from the first to the last minute of every new episode. It deserved a recent full-season pickup from the network and has moved to anchoring Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Alison, welcome to Mr. Media.
Good morning. Thank you.
How are you?
Good. I'm good. How you doing?
Good. So how do you go from, let's just make the jump. You're on Mad Men. How do you go from that to NBC primetime so quickly?
Well, it's been amazing. I think people are such fans of Mad Men, and the show's it's turned out to be great exposure for all of us, and the fans are very devoted, and the critics, I think, responded to the show immediately, and then the fans have sort of come along since then, and AMC is a more difficult channel to find, but once people found it, I think the show has come a long way, and it's amazing. I mean, the work that people do on the show is amazing, so it's made it easy. It's made it, luckily, easy for me to kind of transition into other work.
And how did you get this particular role? Did the community people see you? Did somebody know you? Did you have to audition?
I did audition, and it was a very fast process. My manager sent me the script. I read it. It was amazing. I really wanted to go in for it. I knew that Joel and Chevy were attached, and the writing was just so great. I responded to it immediately, and I went in and read for a room full of people, and when I got there were 50 other girls, and then I went back the next day, and it was just me, and I workshopped sort of a couple scenes with the Russo brothers, Anthony and Joe Russo, who are our executive producers, and they also direct the majority of the episodes. And they put me on tape, and they sent the tape to the network, and 2 days later I was on set shooting the pilot. So it was a very quick process. It was amazingly easy. The pilot process can be very difficult for most, and I've gone through pilot seasons before and tested for other shows even, and it can be rough, but this was, it was meant to be.
What other I'm going to ask you then, what other shows that are on the air had you tested for and did not get chosen?
Well, I did a pilot a while back that I was cast in, but it didn't get picked up, and that was called Not Another High School Show, and it was sort of a spoof show for Comedy Central, making fun of, shows about high school life, like The OC and Dawson's Creek and stuff like that, and then I just, I tested for a couple other pilots that some of them didn't go, they just went away, so I've actually been very fortunate to land on this one that's come a long way.
Well, it's been really interesting to watch the show and see. Like I was honest in the introduction. I thought the first week or two it was kind of uneven, but the last couple of weeks it just really caught on. And you've had some great moments. I think that the clip that I played from the Halloween episode of you with Joel McHale it really showed that the characters had just developed so far, and you have a sense that you've already known them for a while, whereas it's only been maybe 8 weeks tops.
Yeah. Thank you. I think. That's an accurate assessment. I think that at the beginning of a show, especially a show like this where it does have the ensemble cast, the first few episodes really are, it's like the pilot. It's like repiloting the show and introducing the characters and kind of letting people get to know them a little more. So it takes a while. Now that everyone knows who all the characters are and we know who all the characters are and the writers know who they are, we can all just play and have fun with it. And I think that that's what you're talking about, is that the cast is gelling, the writing is gelling, and we're sort of really hitting our stride now.
Now, before we run out of time, I have to ask you about Mad Men. Tell us about the difference between Trudy on Mad Men and Annie, and it's more than hairstyle, which is kind of odd actually, because at times Annie's hairstyle on Community could easily be Trudy's hairstyle on Mad Men. Also, and the difference of 45 years. What, as you're doing both characters, how would you describe the difference?
Well, I think it comes with experience, and Trudy is older than Annie, and she's married, and now she's been married for a couple of years, and she has bigger problems, she has more life experience, and she's a bit classier. Annie is still a kid. She has a lot to learn, and I'm excited to see where that character is gonna go. Obviously, with Trudy, we've had 3 years now for her to grow as a character, even from when we met her, and Annie, we're just sort of meeting. She's still trying to get comfortable, and she's very insecure. I think they both have a perfectionist side to them, and maybe even a bit of uptightness to both. But I think that Trudy is really relaxing into herself and into her marriage with Pete, and she's kind of relaxing a little bit and compromising a little more here and there. And I think Annie still has a lot to learn.
All right, last thing, because I know you have to go. Trudy and Pete ended season 3 of Mad Men on a very up note. He's got a new opportunity. They seem to be getting along well. Now, big question. Will your Community contract allow you to return for a season 4?
I hope so. Fingers crossed. It worked out for this season. They were very gracious. Our producers on Community are big fans of Mad Men, and they were very gracious to let me continue to recur on that show. And I hope that it works out for season 4. I think we're all hoping for that.
Great. Well, folks, listen, Community, starring Joel McHale, Chevy Chase, and the lovely Alison Brie, airs every Thursday night at 8 p.m. on NBC, and you can catch episodes you miss at Hulu.com or NBC.com. And Alison, thanks so much for joining us on Mr. Media today. Oh, she's already gone. Okay. Well, for more interviews with your favorite NBC stars, surf over to our main website, www.mrmedia.com. That's where you can listen to my earlier conversations with Yvette Nicole Brown, also of Community, as well as the stars of Southland, Trauma, Chuck, Parks and Recreation, The Office, Mercy, and many more. And please think about writing an online review of Mr. Media, casting a vote for Mr. Media, or marking Mr. Media as one of your favorites. That's whether you listen on Blog Talk Radio, blogcritics.org, TrueSlant, Pointer Online, Digital Journal, Vox, Mediafly, Podfeed.net, Blueberry, Zencast, Zimbio, Current, or Odeo. Subscribe to Mr. Media on iTunes, and you'll never miss a show. Just search Mr. Media Interviews from within iTunes and subscribe for free. Or subscribe to Mr. Media's blog on the Amazon Kindle Reader. You can also listen with a piece of string and a tin can in many locations. If you've got an idea for a guest, email me directly at bob@andelman.com. You can also follow me on Facebook or on Twitter, www.twitter.com/Andelman or facebook.com/Andelman. Thanks so much for joining us today. I really appreciate you sharing a piece of your day with Mr. Media. Thanks for listening, everybody, and let's go out listening to Annie, that's Alison Brie, talking with Troy on the set of Community.
Oh, class dismissed. Thanks. Shirley, look. I made his backpack.
Stop it, Troy.
Annie, say there are two friends, and they're in the same class, and one of them wants to ask the other one out on a date, like a grown-up date, but within biking distance of his parents' house.
Well, they could do something on campus. Tomorrow, there's a picnic with live music on the East Lawn. They're calling it A Night Under the Stars.
Cool. I bet Randy would love that type of thing.
Randy? Oh, I thought...
Oh, you thought... I can't believe I misled you like that. Listen, Randy can be the name of a guy or a girl. And in this case, it is definitely a girl. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. And I hate you. And I want to have your children.